Hey everyone, Zach Bruning here with Flurry Sports from the Lombardi Suite podcast, which is a Packers podcast from Flurry Sports. If you're not listening to that, definitely do that. We will be live for Lombardi Sweep during the first round of the NFL Draft. We're shooting for right before this Packers' second draft pick, assuming there is one, and then we will be talking about hopefully the first draft pick, and then be live for our reactions for the second one. And today, Mock Draft Monday, the last Mock Draft Monday before the NFL Draft, obviously. So we will be doing a 7-round Packers Mock Draft live here. Hopefully it goes well. If disaster strikes, maybe we will do a second one, but the idea is just to do a first one here, or just one take here. And then tonight, it's about 4 p.m. Central right now. I'm thinking like 2.5 hours, we will be live like we have done the past few Mondays, doing a bunch of mock drafts. So you can come hang out, talk with me, talk with other people who may come on to do the mock drafts with me, and we will basically just be shooting the shit, doing mock drafts, trying different strategies, seeing what happens if we pass on wide receiver, seeing what happens, just seeing who drops to us, like we will be doing right now. But yeah, let's jump into it. So I'm using the Pro Football Focus mock draft simulator. If you haven't seen this, haven't seen me use this yet, biggest reason for me doing this is it kind of keeps everybody else honest, keeps me honest, makes it a somewhat realistic projection of who will be there, a somewhat realistic projection of what trades I can get away with. Like, I'm not forcing through any trades, but I will be doing some trades here to navigate the draft because I do believe the Packers will be making trades, given they have picked 22, 28. It's not really a good spot for them to sit and draft, especially if they want one of those top 4 wide receivers. They'll probably have to move up. So that is, I'm guessing, what I will be doing here. But let's just get into it. But yeah, I will be live again later, hopefully with some other people doing more mock drafts. This is the default settings. I usually like to bring up care for positional value 1 and randomness up 1. So, if most people like me believe there's a big drop off at wide receiver, draft isn't super deep at wide receiver, bring that up positional value, because that's how people draft. They're going to reach for positions they don't think they can get later. So I bring that up 1. And I believe bringing randomness up 1 helps to get these teams off of the Pro Football Focus rankings a little bit, because clearly teams aren't going to be coming in with Pro Football Focus's big board, right? They are going to be a little bit more random. Kind of helps us not just follow the narratives that's been going on in the media, because a lot of that smoke screen. So yeah, bring that up 1, and let's get into it. My thought process. I'm going to just see who starts to fall at wide receiver. I definitely want one of the top 4. And that's Garrett Wilson, Drake London, Jamison Williams, Chris Olave. I want one of those 4. I think Garrett Wilson's the best of the 4. If I can, get to 14 and Garrett Wilson's still there, maybe I trade up. Otherwise, it's seeming like 17, 18, 19 is where that 4th wide receiver is going to go. So I will probably have to trade up at that point. But let's just see what happens. Things are going somewhat realistic. Okay, so Jamison Williams, first wide receiver off the board at 10. This is kind of a trendy pick right now in real life. So that's kind of interesting that played out. Now, I think I'm going to roll the dice. I'm willing to wait a little bit longer. Kyle Hamilton. Of course, the Vikings take Garrett Wilson. I don't think that's realistic at all. Kind of screws up this mock draft. Vikings seem to be pretty much locked into cornerback there, but whatever. At this point now, though, I just want the fourth guy. If it's Drake London, if it's Chris Olave, I don't really care. Okay, now we're in a position, man, I don't really want to trade up to 14. I'm going to risk it. And if somehow I don't get Chris Olave, say at 16, then we will just adjust. Let's see what they want. So 16 for 22, then I throw in 92. That seems realistic. Let's do that. Wait, what? Oh, I just fucked myself. Oh my goodness. Well, good news is Chris Olave wasn't taken. So I hit the wrong button, but maybe we can get a cheaper deal now, I guess. That'll definitely be accepted. And I know the Eagles don't have a wide receiver need. I've just, like in the case with the Vikings above, they took Garrett Wilson. They definitely don't have a wide receiver need. So we are just going to do this. Regardless, 22 for 18. We throw in 140 conditional. The Packers love to give up that fourth rounder. So that actually seems realistic. And we did the thing. Good for us. Good for me hitting the right button. Okay, so we're drafting Chris Olave. We wait to 28 now. And I would like to get Kenyon Green. I'm not sure if that's... because Trevor Penning went 17. I would really love to get Trevor Penning in the 20s. My point of view here, like Sky Moore, I like him. I just don't think it's I think it's too early, and the fact that we got a wide receiver, I don't think we need to do that. Lewis Sign, I like him. I think there's other safeties I like close to as much. I like Jalen Peter as a D-back pretty much just as much as well. Leo is a reach. I love him. Kenyon Green I like too. I think the difference between Kenyon Green and some of the second and third round linemen is not crazy. Like I like him. I think he's a day one guy. I think he's a day one starter. He would be our right guard. We would bump then Elton Jenkins out to right tackle. And I think that's a good offensive line. So I'm okay with that. But I think we could trade back, acquire more picks, and still get a lineman I like. And obviously, offensive line is my background. That's where most of the scouting success I've had has been, and coaching and playing, obviously. So I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to offensive line. D-backs, maybe not as much. I will be completely honest. Washington, I don't really want 113. Hopefully you can see the picks when I do this. I think you can. I'm going to look at Steelers. 52 is kind of late, but I mean, if they give me all of these picks, that doesn't seem realistic. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Like in real life, I would for sure do this. I don't think I want to do it here out of a guilty conscience. I don't think that's going to happen. Let's try Falcons 43 and 74. That seems likely. I mean, I don't think we'd get 58 from them, but I mean, if we're just going to roll with it, then let's roll with it. You know what I mean? We'll do this. We'll throw in a fourth next year, or actually a fifth. Okay, let's do this trade. I like this trade. Falcons like this trade. Mostly I like this trade. But we're moving out of the first round, going back, getting a couple good picks here. We don't care about next year's picks because Brian Gutekunst, if you're listening, let's actually go all in. Now we sit here. Jalen Peter's there. Jalen Peter, I don't really like making these comparisons, but I will say that his versatility, not him as a player, but his versatility is Tyrann Mathieu like. And I like him a lot. I mean, he's listed as cornerback. I would say he's probably more of a safety, kind of a roamer as a deep back. Like Jaquan Brisker. I like Leo. I think I can get Leo at 53, and if I can't, then it's okay. Yeah, we're going to go with Peter. There's some other people I like, but I believe they will drop or their replacements aren't that big. Yeah. So now Leo Chanel's here. We got wide receiver. We got a versatile D back. We got our linebacker 2 of the future. Maybe he starts backing up Chris Barnes, but I think he can overtake that spot. We got pick at 58 and 59. So back-to-back picks here. I like it a lot. Okay. Now, okay, so just going through my thought process. We don't need Asamoah or Brisker anymore. However, Brisker I do like there. If I knew he was going to drop there, maybe I wouldn't have taken Peter. Abraham Lucas, I think, can be a day one starter at right tackle. I think he has some issues a little bit with his power, which could translate to too many stalemates in the running game. But, I mean, pass blocking, mirror ability, agility, he's the dude. He's very good. I like Max Mitchell as well later. John Menchie, his ADP there is 70. I don't think he's ever going to last to 70. I think he is a phenomenal route runner. The reason why he's dropped is that that knee injury, which it seems like he is recovering from quite well. Marcus Jones, best returner in the draft. He's the dude, man. He is a 5'8" slot corner. Seems small, is small. He still had a lot of success. I think 5 interceptions last year. He caught 10 passes on offense last year. He had 4 kick and punt return touchdowns last year. I like him a lot. I mean, this is too early for him, but I don't think he's going to last till 92, which would be my pick after. But I might roll the dice and see. Or I could trade up. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to go Abraham Lucas. And then I'm going to go Menchie, which I like. If I can trade up to, I mean, we'll just sit and watch here. If he is there, I need to pause. I think I missed something. Okay, we're good to go. If he's there at 80, which would be the Texans pick apparently, I might go up, and even if it's a slight reach, I think that's worth it to get a legit returner, which the Packers haven't had in how long? And he'll fly around. He's for sure going to be a good special teamer. I waited a little extra. But I don't trust the Falcons. So we're going to go 92. I'd be fine with giving up these. To be completely honest, I would. I know the Packers need an edge rusher. I think there are some people out there in free agency that can fill that need, whereas there for sure aren't returners out there that can be as good as Marcus Jones. So, yeah, usually I like to acquire a bunch of draft picks. Today, I would like to do this. Boom. I'll take it. Asamoah is still there. What a value. I like Dylan Parham as well, but that is not what we are here for. We are here for Marcus Jones, playmaker, tremendous returner. Awesome. Love that pick. It's spinning a little bit there. Okay. Now we have to wait till the 7th round. So, and I'm not going to trade next year's draft picks just to move up in this draft. Is that possible? Sure, but I'm not going to be super unrealistic here. So we got 2 7th round picks. Thought process. There's if Noah Ellis is there on the defensive line, he's a good run stopper who can rotate in on early downs. I would like to grab him. And then with the pick after that, maybe a linebacker or corner or running back who can be a kickoff guy for us, a special teamer. Did Noah Ellis go that early? Noah Ellis, 244. Okay, I thought I saw him a little earlier. I mean, I'm going to go Jack Sanborn. I'm just looking to see who else is here. Nephi Sewell. I like him. Darian Butler, I like him. Jack Sanborn, one of the best blitzing inside linebackers in the draft. He's fundamentally good pretty much everywhere. He just lacks the athleticism and the length, maybe, to be a starter at linebacker in the NFL. I think Jack Sanborn's definitely an improvement over Ty Summers. And again, he can be a special teams guy. And he's smart, well coached, and he's going to sell jerseys. Packers need to get at least one Wisconsin guy, and now they got two. Second pick, I like Nephi Sewell. I'm probably going to go Devin Tompkins here just to get an extra wide receiver. Tompkins, 1,700 yards last year. It's amazing what players at Utah State can do when they don't have Jordan Love throwing to them. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. He is small as well. I think he also might be 5'8". So we got a couple 5'8" players, which is exactly what you want in the NFL. But he is a slot guy. He's a good route runner. He's not afraid to go over the middle. And I like him a lot. I think he can be a good practice squad guy who could come in, let's say, if Randall Cobb gets hurt and he can't play the slot. We definitely don't want Amari Rodgers in there, at least at his current state. He's supposedly transforming his body to become a good football player. I hope he does that. But if not, maybe Devin Tompkins gets activated. I like this draft, and this is wild that it gave me a B+. Apparently, the trades are driving down the grade, but as you've learned from this channel, Pro Football Focus grades are ridiculous, and they are pulled out of someone's ass, probably Chris Collinsworth, but I'm not sure who. But yeah, Chris Olave starting corner. Jalen Peter can be that roamer. He can play nickel. He can play the star role. He can go back and play the safety role while Savage comes up and plays in the slot. You know, we can do a lot with him, and it gives the Packers options next year when Adrian Amos's contract is up. Leo Chenal can grow into that LB2 opposite of Devondre Campbell. He's going to hit people. That's a good play. Abraham Lucas will be the starter at right tackle day one. John Menchie, another great wide receiver, awesome route runner, weapon, truly a weapon. He may not be the biggest guy, but he uses his feet to get separation at the line of scrimmage. Who does that sound like, right? You don't need me to tell you anymore. Marcus Jones, slot corner, playmaker, caught passes on offense. Clearly the best kick returner in college the past 2 years. And now he's a Packer. We may actually get to flip the field on punts. There's a lot of good things there with Marcus Jones. Jack Sanborn is a rotational linebacker who can play special teams. And Devin Tompkins is that practice squad wide receiver who has clear production in college, 1,700 yards. And maybe he has some dirt on Jordan Love to grease the wheels on a trade, maybe. Never know. But yeah, I'm cool with this being the one and done thing here. And thank you, Kyle. I didn't have the screen up, but thank you for commenting. But yeah, so this was our one and done mock draft here. We will be on again later in a couple hours to do more mock drafts, have some people on, shoot the shit, try different strategies, see what the Packers mock draft could look like if they pass at wide receiver in the first round. I don't advise them to do that. I think it could be scary, and I think, however, it is kind of realistic because it is the Packers. So we will come on and do more different strategies to see what's there, see who drops, see different random stuff. And we also have a 7-round mock draft for the Packers on flurrysports.org that was published an hour or two ago that I did. Wasn't my favorite one that I've done, but it certainly filled needs. It addressed edge rusher, which this current mock did not do, but I think we hit pretty much everywhere else. Comment who you want to see the Packers draft first in the first round. And again, subscribe, like, hit the bell so you don't miss our stream later. And I will see you then. Let's call it 2 to 2.5 hours from now. We'll be back. See ya.